to our, to save ourselves, I guess. And I'll translate that. I was raised alongside my grandmother, maternal grandmother, Annie Wells. She used to always say, that in the future, or the direction or whatever path that I choose, that she hopes that I choose the right path, the good path. And in spite of all the bad mouthing that anybody throws at you, don't listen to it, and don't absorb it. And the reason why I say that is because of what's going on social media today. And all we can do is just don't absorb it, pray for the people, pray for everybody, because that's our saving grace is prayers. Good evening. My name is Laverne Wells. I'm a mother of 3 and I have 6 grandchildren. My mother is Harriet Wells, and my father is the late Henry Dayrider Sr. I didn't get the privilege of meeting my paternal grandparents, Mr. and Mrs. George Dayrider. They had already passed on before my existence. And my maternal grandfather, Sapata, James Wells, he passed away when I was 4 years old. So the only grandparent that I was privileged enough to be raised by was my grandmother, Annie Wells Satskiaki. She didn't speak a word of English. She didn't go to school. So that's why Blackfoot was my first language. And in all honesty, I'm starting to kind of lose some of it because our language is very important. You have to speak it every day. Speak it every day, because I'm a prime example. Like, I was fluent, and right now sometimes I struggle to say like even just a sentence, but I still understand. But so you have to be speaking it every day. So with that, I'm just going to jump into my platform. I forgot to mention my education. I have my 2-year business admin diploma from the Lethbridge College. I possessed that in 1999. I worked both on and off reserve. And then I eventually gained employment on the Blood Reserve in 2004. Prior to that, I was employed with, I'm nervous, Blood Tribe Department of Health. And I got the privilege of working with RNs, LPNs, and PCAs, but I myself am not a healthcare professional. I'm strictly business minded. And then later on, I was gainfully employed with Blood Tribe Housing. And I really seriously think that Blood Tribe had prepared me to take this leap of running for council. And then I was there for 8 years, and then I went back. I got employed with, I was only hired on with Pikani Housing. They hired me for a year due to budget restraints. I was hired there for a year to set up their housing portfolio. So I did, and so I gained a lot of more experience combined with the existing experience that I had gained with Blood Tribe Housing. So, and right now I'm in the process of acquiring my Bachelor of Management degree through Athabasca University. So I'm expected to be done in December. So with that, I'll jump into my platform. The first item was to strengthen the Blood Tribe community by being in the position to help tribal members as well as incorporating or blending in our traditional ways with our modern governance. And I know some of these practices are being carried out, like, for example, smudging, and these common terms that we use, like kimapi bitsin and mukamu dapi, I know they've been blended in, but we need to enforce them. We need to enforce them, and it's very important. And it's hard, because some of us, may have experienced lateral violence in the workplace. That's why it's very important to continually practice these practices in our everyday lives and in our workplace. So with that, I'd like to also improve the quality of life by creating employment and trying to flatten the curve, whether it's poverty, incarceration, and like you mentioned, mental health, addictions, and homelessness. And homelessness, it comes from, like, we all come from different backgrounds. And we need to help each other. Sometimes we need to help ourselves. But it's very important that we all understand that certain people have been faced or experienced some form of trauma. And excuse me, I need to get a drink. We need to help ourselves. There's not enough services out there on the reserve. So that's what I would like to do, to help and improve on the services that the reserve lacks. Like, for example, you just shared with your son with the developmental illness that he has. So those kinds of services don't exist. And we're unfortunate, we have to move off the reserve because of the lack of, I guess, the lack of support systems that we don't have in place, and the serious shortage of homes. And it's easy to say, well, we can build homes, but we need money. And planning is everything. We need to plan and organize, because in everything and whatever service that we want to provide, we need money. And we can't expect and rely on chief and council and the government, what they contribute. It's the director's responsibility to seek out external resources to get that extra funding. Because, for example, housing, right now, they're offering this housing challenge program. Housing should be applying, submitting a proposal to help alleviate some of that, the housing problems or issues that we are all faced with right now. So we need to utilize external resources. We can't just sit there and wait to be told, okay, you have to do this, there's this and that out there. No, we need to seek external resources, because there's money out there. We just need to look for it and write proposals and bring that money into the reserve, and as well as creating employment for the youth. And we can, like with the college being built, we need trades so the kids can go into those programs. Housing needs to come in, like work with Red Crow College, and so that these students that are in the trades can go out to these existing homes that are in dilapidated conditions and fix them up. There's ways of doing things, there's ways of working around things. We just need to collaborate. And in order to execute all these plans and organizing them, we need to seek funding first. And that's it. Thank you.